Alright, Techno World, first episode of Drunken Chef 2017. Johnny and I having rum drinks.
Rum drinks.
Now, I've had a couple requests from friends to do risotto for this, so that's what we're going to do tonight. First thing you got to do is start your broth, because you always have to have hot broth going on throughout the whole process. So, got a box of chicken broth here. Y'all have seen me use that way too many times. I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm going to put about 3 cups in here.
It sounds like peeing.
Chicken pea. Alright, so for 3 cups of that, I'm going to use 1 cup of white wine. I have Chardonnay here from a delicious box.
Peter Vella. Motherfucker.
Put this on the burner and set it on high for right now just to get it up to temp. Now while I'm doing that, I got a couple tablespoons of butter in this pan. I'm going to bring it up to medium heat, let the butter melt, and we'll start the risotto process. But okay, our butter is now melted and the pan's kind of warm, so you want to go down to low heat. You don't want to saute, you just more want to sweat the onions out. I've got, I don't know, about a half a medium onion diced really finely here. And you also want to sweat and toast the arborio rice. Cup of arborio rice.
Arboreal.
There's lots of other rices for risotto. I don't know the names of half of them, but arborio rice seems to be kind of the standard. Now, of course, with everything I do, a little salt and pepper. Well, I guess in this case, pepper and salt, since I grabbed the pepper first.
Yeah, that's funny.
Now you're going to want to sweat this down until the onions turn translucent and you get a little bit of color change on the rice. Now for this recipe, since it's only Johnny and I, I'm only using 1 cup of rice. You can easily double this. Standard is kind of 1 cup of rice to 4 cups of your wine and broth mixture. Speaking of, let's see how that's doing. Oh yeah, it's getting nice and hot. Ooh, sizzle.
Bubble fuck.
Okay, so we've got the onions and rice in here, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes or so. And the onions have sweated down, they're translucent, you can smell them, they're nice and sweet. The rice has taken on a little bit of color, and as you can hear, my broth is simmering away over there. So, once this is all ready, what you do is take your broth that's been simmering and getting hot, you pour in just enough to cover the rice a little bit. Get it back on the burner. At this point it's about boiling, so I can turn it down just to keep it at a simmer. Now with risotto, there's many schools of thought. The one that's consistent is you have to keep it at a bare simmer, not too much heat. If it's boiling hard, turn it down. Take it off the heat if necessary. But anyway, the other schools of thought are, do we stir constantly? Do we not stir? Do we just agitate the pan a little bit? I don't think any of them are right or wrong. I think it's just a matter of preference. Me, I'm a little OCD, so I'm a constant stirrer. So what you do is, after you add that broth, you move it around, just kind of let it do its thing for 5-6 minutes, and what will happen is the rice will absorb all that liquid, and I will show you what to do next once that starts to happen. Alright, well, the rice and the broth have been cooking, I don't know, maybe 6-7 minutes, and it's really starting to absorb the first addition of broth. So, the way you check when it's time to put another addition is you take your spoon and you pull it through, and if you see the pan stick there for a while, then it's time. So, that pan, see it? Yep, I can see it just hanging out there. So shake it down, and it's time to add another addition of broth.
Broth time!
So again, just enough to re-moisten it, barely cover it. Now usually when I put the second addition of broth in is when I put in my garlic. So the garlic has time to cook in. So I need to get the Whop nuggets. Yeah, I know I should be using fresh garlic, but it's Drunken Chef, we're drunk. I like to put a good amount in, probably 3-4 cloves worth. So again, you do the same thing with this next broth addition. Just let it cook slowly, nice and low, bare simmer, stir it often, until, once again, when you pull the spoon through, you can see the bottom of the pan. So we're going to let this go for a little bit. And we will check back with you in a minute. Right now, I think it's time for a drink break. This episode of Drunken Chef has been brought to you by Admiral Nelson.
Admiral Nelson.
Alright, well this has been cooking another 7-8 minutes or so. And if you can see, when I pull the spoon through it, there's the pan. The pan's just there. So, it's ready for the next addition of broth. Risotto's, it's a little bit boring to make. It's not a very active thing. There's a lot of waiting. But it's totally worth it in the end. So, got my simmering broth. Once again, just going to pour in enough to cover it. Now, sometimes it takes 3, sometimes it takes 4 broth additions. After this one, we're going to check it for doneness to see if it needs some more broth. So, we're going to let this do its thing. Stir it often. Just let it hang out and simmer. So, tonight the beer of the night is Fegley's Space Monkey. It is a raspberry saison with hints of lemon and pepper. It's a pretty delicious beer. So at this point, we're going to hang out and enjoy this delicious Space Monkey while we let this cook down and absorb the rest of this broth. Cool.
Space Monkey.
Alright, well, we've been cooking this and stirring this till it did the same thing as we did the last couple times. Pull the thing through, see the pan. It's still a little moist, but...
Moist.
We'll give it a minute. Perhaps take a sip of delicious beer.
Delicious beer.
Yeah, it's pulling through. That's nice. Now at this point, we need to contemplate what we're going to put into it, vegetable-wise. You never never, 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 never put raw vegetables into this. It has to be stuff that you've cooked prior. What I did this time was I sauteed some mushrooms and green pepper and a little butter, salt, and pepper. Had them off to the side, so they're going to go right in.
Ooh. Mushrooms and peppers. Yeah. An onion.
Well, the onion was in from the get-go.
Fuck your logic.
Now, what we have to do is give it a little taste here. Make sure the rice is to our desired doneness. If not, you can add a little broth, but that's okay. And check for seasoning. The rice is perfect. It needs just a little bit of salt and pepper.
It always needs more salt and pepper.
A little bit of kosher salt. A couple grains of pepper. I already did the kosher salt. Oh, Batman.
Waka 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 waka.
That's fucking great. These vegetables have been added in. They were all sauteed up before. Everything's pulling through nice and clean. So just to finish this... Now at this point you could add fresh herbs, whatever the hell else you want. Some spices, but really to finish it you just need a nice nice bunch, I don't know, 3-4 ounces of Parmesan cheese, finely grated. Goes right in. Now if you watch, as this melts in, this is going to get super fucking creamy. So at this point, I'm going to turn her off. Get rid of my wooden spoon, get a nice serving spoon. And we're going to have to taste test this shit.
Taste test.
John, this is for you, sir.
Well, that's what this stuff looks like.
Wow, is that good?
That tastes like happy.
Alright, so John and I are going to finish this risotto. So I'm going to do my little send-offs here. Remember, everyone, if I can do this in this condition, imagine what you can do sober. Please, put down the phones. Interact with your fellow humans. That y'all drunken chef. Right now,
Who has something like that, though? It's a magical thing. It's like you open it, it's full of salt, and you open it up and...
I got it from the Alton Brown show. I'm enough of a nerd that I spent $125.
Salt. And then you close it. It holds salt. That's what it does.
I spent too much money on a VIP ticket to go see an awesome chef dude do a comedy show.